Hello, 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 hello. So today's episode is, of course, sponsored by Impact Interior Material. If you are an upholstery shop, any type of upholstery needs, make sure you go follow Impact Interior Materials. I don't care what you're building, plane, train, automobile, they have the interior material that you need. They also offer, if you're building a car, seat belts, headliners, everything you may need to complete the interior of your car. So today's guest is going to be Heavyweight Boss. He should be tapping in just a moment. I talked to him. I talked to him a few minutes ago, so he should be joining in just a few moments. You guys know Heavyweight Boss from partnering with Ongo on his upcoming race. That's actually this weekend in Macon, Georgia. So, like I said, he should be coming in just a moment for us to sit down and talk to him about just different things. I'll give you a call after the show, Pump and Go. I got you. Also, y'all see Pump and Go in here. Y'all know of course the Big Rim Super Bowl is coming up. Of course, that's Classic Weekend in Florida. You guys are already gonna be there anyway, so make sure y'all go check out the race on November 20th, and that's in Orlando, Florida. So let me see where Heavyweight is. He should be tapping in just a moment. Hello, sir.
Hey, how you doing, KP?
How are you?
I'm doing fine.
Oh man, this has been a long time coming. Uh, I felt first of all, people wanted to hear what you had to say because one thing about it, people are nosy.
Hmm.
So they wanted to hear what you had to say about a lot of different things. So first, I wanted to tell you thank you so much for sitting down. I'm not sure if you're busy and you can't turn your camera on, but I still appreciate you sitting down to talk to us today.
Okay. Hmm.
All right. So first, I'll start off with one of my questions, and then I'll get right into the fans' question. And if at any time you're able to turn your camera on, do so. If not, I get it.
Okay.
So first, I wanted to find out what brought you into cars and racing.
Well, I've been dealing with cars all my life. I always been a fan of cars, race cars, show cars, or whatever. And really, I had been watching Big Rim Racing for a minute. And I'm a promoter, so we never had a Big Rim show in Alabama, in Birmingham, Alabama, or you should say Steele, Alabama, until I brought one. So, I was a promoter. So everybody was asking me about, hey, man, can we get a big rim show here? Can you get a big rim show here? So that what really brought me into the shows. But I've been a fan of the sport for a minute. You know what I mean? So that's how I really got into it.
So the fans or the people that follow you or are familiar with the fact that you're a promoter, they put it on your brain to do a show.
Yeah, everybody wanted to see. We had a lot of people from Alabama. Well, a lot of people, first of all, they follow behind Grand Nasty. So when Grand Nasty really started putting down and running, that's when a lot of, the people from my section kind of got real hip on it, and started liking it a lot. So, I was doing all kind of other shows and everything else, and they were just like, well, what about a big rim show? Can we get a big rim show? And that's just how it all started like that.
Right. So for those that are not familiar, how long have you been? You're a promoter. What do you promote? Like concerts and stuff like that?
Yeah, I promote basically concerts, car shows, and big rim show. I've been doing, I think this might be my third or fourth. I think third or fourth. I can't remember a big rim show. So, I don't try to be greedy with it and do it back to back. I just try to get it in for a little summer, for a spring season, bring a little action to the car show that I have. every year, and that's how I got into it.
All right. So we'll get right into the fans' question. What made you decide that you wanted to partner with Ongo to have a big rim race?
Well, I bumped into Ongo a few times at a few shows, and ever since then, we kind of been talking. Made a good friendship. Ongo never wronged me. Ongo always did everything he stood on, said with everything he said on it. So, and with him having this upcoming car, that's just what I thought. You know what I mean? And me, him, and Primo was talking, so it kind of just went in that direction. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Next question. Where did you get the nickname Heavyweight Boss?
Well, it's a long story. A lot of people, they think it started with drugs or whatever, but it never really started with drugs or nothing like that. I got a pressure washing company that kind of, I guess you can say, went viral or got real successful. So maybe in '08, I started a company, a pressure washing company, D&D Pressure Washing. And I started out, one 18-wheeler company hired me, and they had maybe 25 18-wheelers or whatever. So the man, I had been calling the man and calling him, so he would never let me come work. So finally, one day he came, he called me like, hey, like, can you come over here Friday? And I was like, yeah. When I got over there, he's like, hey, we need all 25 of these washed. DOT been on us, you know what I mean? He said, and we start back running on Sunday. He said, so we need all these trucks and trailers washed on Friday to Sunday. So okay, I could take it. So I didn't see him no more to that Sunday evening. So that Sunday evening, we probably had like 2 more trucks to do. And he very familiar where I'm from, whatever. He a millionaire, and when he pulled up, he seen we had all the trucks washed, but two, he was like, heavyweight boss. That's what I'm gonna call you. You the man for the heavyweight equipment. So that's kind of how I got that name right there.
How many years ago was that?
2008.
So it just stuck. You like that, huh?
Yeah, it stuck like that, and then it became a trend. We probably had maybe 18 wheeler companies, $1 million companies that was around here. My biggest contract, they had 87 trucks. So like I was controlling all of it. Once everybody started seeing his trucks and how clean they was, I was keeping them on a monthly basis. Everybody just started hiring. So I got contract after contract, and so that's kind of where I got the name from, like that.
And are you still in that business?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
So that leads to a good question that I always like to ask people, right?
Hmm.
Do you believe in the importance of, or do you talk to the people around you about the importance of multiple streams of income?
Well, I'm kind of like a loner, so like I kind of got my picks and chooses of who I talk to. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, everybody that I'm close to, yeah, I definitely put them on game about and help and try to put much information out there as I can. I never withhold no information from nobody. You know what I mean? So like if I'm rocking with you and that's how it is, yeah, I'm a talk to you, tell you what I know. You know what I mean?
Right. But you're not just a person that just would put random people on game.
I mean, I really don't talk to random people. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, I kind of stay to myself. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's why you kind of see me around the same people. Like, I've always been around. You know what I mean? Like, Grand Nash, I've been around here from day one. You know what I mean? Me and him did shows, rim shows, concerts together, everything. That's because, he like, well, hey, heavy, blah, blah, blah. Like, I always try to give out the game, never hold it in.
So that's your Grand Nasty, your guy.
Yes.
I guess it helps that he has like one of the fastest cars in big run race.
I mean, yeah, he stand on his own too. I ain't got nothing to do with that, but yes, he definitely got one of the fastest.
He definitely does.
What
All
up,
right.
Grant? What up, Jarrell?
Um, in reference to the big rim culture, how do you feel like what do you feel about the state of the culture? Is there anything that you feel like could be better? Do you feel like there's anything that that is bad that like could be fixed? So I guess that's probably like a two-part question.
I mean, like, I really ain't gonna dwell into it too much, but I will say, I think the culture could come together and be a, be a little more better. You know what I mean? Everybody could try to stick together instead of, you're gonna have arguing and beefing back and forth. But I think as a culture, like, like me and Ongo, we don't agree on everything. It ain't like we, hey, he yes, I'm yes. But at the end of the day, we're gonna do what's best for us both. You know what I mean? And I think if the culture do that, I think it'll be in a better situation.
Right. What's the thing you love most about the car world or the car culture?
Well, I like to talk, what I'm saying? I like the hype of it. And most of all, I like to see the cars go fast, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting that's kind of like what I like to see them go fast. Like I say, I grew up around cars since I've been little. I've been had my first car at 14 with, painted rims. So that just ought to give you a vision of how I feel about the cars.
Right. Why do you think it's so hard for us to understand that there's an old proverb. I think it could be an African proverb. It says, "Many hands make light work." Why do you think it's so hard for us to understand or know that it's usually always better together? What do you think is the determining factor of us not being able to get together?
Well, just like to sum it up, I think we got too many chiefs and not enough Indians. Everybody want to be in control. Instead of like play the back or just do what's necessary to do to make everything happen, to make everything okay. You know what I mean? So I think that's a little bit of our problem. We got egos, and it just that's basically in our culture, in our color. You know what I mean? So it's just not just in race, and it's just like a problem period in the world. You know what I mean? Like Mexicans, you see Mexicans, they stand up for each other. You see them riding 30 deep in the car. They live 60 deep in the house. You know what I mean?
Right.
So if we kind of had that same mentality, I know we'll be okay. You know what I mean? I know the culture will be okay, which I ain't saying is bad now. There's some things that could be addressed and could be going better, but at the end of the day, the culture gonna do what it's gonna do regardless.
Why do you think no one addresses the things that we feel like could or should be better? Like, I'll give you a for example. um, if you seen me doing something that was detrimental to this culture that we love, why do you think it would be that you? Well, I know it's different. Like, it's different dynamics. 'Cause for me, I'm gonna call somebody. That's just who I am. I'm gonna call them on the phone and be like, hey, because you know that personally, right?
Hmm.
But as being a female, it's a little different because y'all men, I think y'all have to hold each other accountable. So if Ongo does something, I think it's perfectly fine for you to call him and say, hey, Detroit, what's up? What are you doing? You tripping? And it not be misconstrued as hate or whatever. Because you're just saying it because you don't want to see him crash out, right?
Right.
But the first thing everybody says is, "Oh, heavyweight boss hating on this person." No, I'm trying to tell him so he won't crash out.
Right. Right. Well, no, like with that being said, like only certain people can talk to certain people. You know what I mean? I just like Fly might can call and tell Low something, and Low listen. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else might call him and tell him something that might not mean nothing to him. You know what I mean? So I think that's kind of the importance of where that stands at on that line. It's somebody for everybody. Everybody not gonna want to listen to you and hear what you got to say. You know what I mean? So like it's kind of like you putting your nose in their business. You know what I mean? So you kind of got to stick and just say what you got to say to your circle or whoever you rocking with. You know what I mean?
Right. I think that's one of our major problems. I don't see it as, like I said, it's a lot of people in our car world that have had that personal experience with me, right? I'm gonna get on the phone and call you and say, "Hey, what you doing? You crashing out? Like, you doing too much? Like, stop." You know what I mean? And they know that it's not coming from a place of me trying to hate, or I'm not trying to make them feel away. I'm just trying to tell them, "Hey, man, listen. I like what you're doing. I just don't want to see you crash out. I think it more of that needs to happen with us. Like, if a person has genuine concern or care for you, not so much that we was with each other shooting in the gym or I've been around you all your life. I'm telling you because you're in this car world with me and I want to see us go far. So I'm calling you on this phone. I'm not gonna get on social media. I'm not gonna make no post about you. I'm gonna call you on the phone. Or if I don't have your number, I'm gonna get somebody that has your number and tell them to tell you to call me. Or I'm gonna DM you and be like, hey, you crashing out. What you doing?
Right. But again, like I say, like, some stuff you can't say to everybody. Then it ain't always somebody's position to say something. Like a total stranger could be on the live, whatever, and doing this thing. He could be wrong, but who am I to call him and tell him, "Hey, stop this," or "Who are you?" You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, you just leave it like it is. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, I think I'm glad that I'm blessed and fortunate enough that I feel like I can pick up the phone and call any of you guys and be like, hey, what you doing? You crashing out. You know what I mean? And I gotta say I appreciate you and Detroit and the guys that's around you, me being able to pick up the phone and say, hey, you crashing out. What
Right.
you doing?
Right.
And not taken as like, oh, why you in my business? No, I'm telling you because I want to see you excel in what you're doing.
Right.
Not saying you're not far in what you're doing. You're doing great in life. But hey, man, listen, everybody should be able to take constructive criticism, especially if I care enough to call you.
Right, but that's not always the case. You know what I'm saying? Like I can use Jarrell for example, because me and Jarrell like that. But if I ain't know Jarrell and Jarrell ain't know me and Jarrell call me, hey man, what you doing, bro? You shouldn't be doing that. Nigga looking at him like, hey man, who is you, nigga? You know what I'm saying?
Right. But that's because you already got your defense up anyway.
Right. You
You
know
know
what
what
I'm
I'm saying?
saying? I agree.
Most of the time it's because we already have our defense up. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
and and everything is not about that all the time. We don't. I think we so caught up in the oh, this is a good way to describe it, right? A lot of time we're so caught up in the messenger, not the message. Does that make sense?
Right, right. I understand what you're saying. It could be the person that's coming from. You know what I
Right.
mean? But that's just a problem that I think we can't solve. So with that being said, I think that's why things get a little rowdy. Then it'll come back down. You know what I mean? Because really can't nobody tell nobody nothing. And
Right.
our main thing today is, nigga, you don't put no money in my pocket up. You know what I mean? That's the main situation. I can't
Right.
say I'm not guilty of that because I done been that way before too. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you know what I'm saying? Who you talking to? You know what I mean? So,
Mhm.
I'm guilty of that too.
I think as a female in this car world, a lot of it is, and a lot of the guys have said it. It's a lot y'all pride and ego that causes y'all to a lot of the situations to happen.
Right.
Male pride and ego is something that I'll never understand because I tell people all the time, as a female, I cannot like this person over here. But if I know we about to get this money together, we gonna smile and wave and shake hands and kiss babies and act like politicians and get this money and then we going home. And we still don't like her, but nobody will ever know it.
Right. That's like one of my biggest contracts. The owner, I kind of didn't like him. Like he was always on me. I tried to leave a few times. I was like, man, well, you always talking about the work. I'm just go and get somebody else. No, no, no. So another mentor of mine, he was like, hey, let me tell you something. He say, just because you don't like somebody, you don't miss out on no $1 million just because you don't like them. You know what I mean? You get the job done, keep it less as possible, and get on back. You know what I mean? You just don't lose out on the money like that. So when I kind of heard that, that kind of always stuck with me. So that's why I can kind of like, mend things, try to get things okay and keep it moving and press on no matter who right or who wrong or what the situation is. You know what I mean?
Right. Or sometimes it's okay to agree to disagree. There's a lot of people that I don't like what they're doing. I don't like what they stand for. So guess what? I just agree to disagree and I keep it pushing. I don't be around them. I don't mention them. I don't do all those extra things on social media when it comes to them. I just don't associate myself with them. And I think that's a lot of what is missing with us. I see it every day, like in different people comments. If you don't like what this person stand for, or you don't care for their business practices, or you don't care what they have going on, it's this button called unfollow, right? So you can unfollow them. As a matter of fact, you can also make them unfollow you. So why be in them people comments with all that negative and derogatory stuff? If I didn't like Heavyweight Boss, I just wouldn't follow him.
Right. Right. And
But
that's
it's my
understandable.
right not to follow you.
Right. Right. And that's understandable. That's the way it should be. But like I say, most of the time we got to deal see. That's one thing about me. I kind of deal with reality, the way things are versus the way I want them to be. You know what I mean? Because if I ran around in life basing everything off the way I wanted to be, then I don't think I'd get nowhere. So I have to base life on what it is at that moment. Like face reality. Like I could want the best for somebody right here and keep helping them, but deep down inside, I know like, man, they ain't ready. You know what I mean? So I got to look at them to keep me from losing, to keep me from getting out focused. I got to look at them for like, it is what it is. I can tell you this and tell you that, but at the end of the day, it's up to you to grasp it and show improvement or fix the situation or whatever. So that's kind of how I look at it.
Right. So we'll switch gears a little bit. That was great. That was a great conversation. A great part of the conversation. But let's switch gears a little bit. So in reference to big rim racing, do you think you'll ever, if you don't already have one or are not, do you think you'll ever build a big rim race car?
I mean, I got one and I'm working on it. I'm just working on it at my own pace. You know what I mean? I ain't in no rush to prove nothing to nobody or nothing like that. And, that's been a big topic with me about me not having a car and this and that, this and that. So I know that's probably one of your questions. So we could go ahead on and get to that right now. You know what I mean? So, and
What's the question?
you go ahead. You ask it. I'm going to let you ask it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
You just gonna tell me I got a question about that.
Yeah, okay.
So since you said you're already building one at your pace, you care to tell us what kind of car it is?
It's a Regal G-body.
Now see, I knew it was a reason me and you got along. I'm Team G-Body.
Okay. Slicks.
Yeah. It's gonna be on slicks?
Yes.
What? What? You ain't gonna really?
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna come with a lot, right?
I mean, I didn't, but I guess I'm willing to take whatever come with it.
I just want you to know, I would be doing my part if I ain't tell you it was gonna come with a lot.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so talk to us about the race on Saturday. I'm super excited because I know this will be first on Go's first show. And I don't know if I did, if since you're saying it now, then I know that you were partners with you see what Jarrell said?
Yeah.
Now that I know you were partners at one point with Grand Nasty, so I know that I have been to at least one of your shows. So tell us what we can expect for the show Saturday.
I think we just can expect a good show, a lot of races. Our main goal, this year, like we've had a lot of big rim shows, and they've been a lot of good events, a lot of attendance, and I hear everybody talking about the races. Ain't enough racing, and this and that. Where at this event, we're gonna try to at least, at the minimum, pull off 25 to 30 races. You know what I mean?
That's a lot.
Yeah, well, we got 3 classes. You know what I mean? You can plug Ongo in. He could tell you a little more about that part. But yeah, we got 3 classes. 8 car minimum. Okay, yeah, 8 car minimum, 16 minimum. New gen 275. So, with that being a shootout, you add up them races, you're gonna get 25 to 30 races because we wanted to put on for the culture, let them see they spending their money, to see a bunch of races at the lowest price that we could give them for ourselves without trying to $85 at the end of the night paying to get in the gate. You know what I mean?
Right. Hey, Ongo, how are you?
I'm all right. How you doing?
All right. So your partner gave us a little segue about what we can expect at the show on Saturday. You wanna go ahead and continue what we can expect at the show on Saturday?
KP, this is gonna be a show you don't want to miss. When I tell you ain't gonna want to miss it, KP, you better come in there with your thigh highs on, your motherfucking seat warmer. You better come in there ready, KP, because we're gonna have action all day long, KP.
Now,
I'm
see, Miss
telling you
KP, you
this.
got him going now, so don't call
We
him.
gonna KP. We gonna be crunk, KP. You know what I mean? If this man come through with this deal tomorrow for me with these shirts, you gonna have your shirt ready with the Ongo racing on there, KP. You feel me? I
Okay.
got you on the house anyway. But we gonna be lit. This gonna be a show to remember. You gonna mark this down in your book. I promise you that. You know what I mean? Hey,
What time do the gates open?
they open up at 11 a.m.
Jesus.
Track gonna be ready to rock and roll by 2 p.m. We're gonna be on go. We are not playing with these people. They not gonna be sitting around talking about why ain't no racing. They ain't gonna be sitting around talking about it's cold. They ain't gonna be sitting around talking about you got time to go to the bathroom and words are straight. You ain't going to boo boo during this event. You might as well go ahead and get you a porta potty and bring it with you. You know what I'm saying? To bring you a bag like the old school days, like they did with the Bear in the Woods. Hey, bring some wipes. You know what I'm saying? Ready to bring some flushables. But yeah, we gonna turn up though. It's lit. We got 24-inch slicks, 10,000 given up to them guys, 8,000 to the first place, 2,000 to the second place. We got the new gen.
Wait, there's gonna be a second place?
Yes, it is.
That's dope.
We giving them something to look for. You know what I mean? We got the new gens with the power adder. Run what you brung. We don't care about your transmission overdrive, none of that. Run what you brung. 5,000. 4,000 to the first place, 1,000 to the second place. We got the 28 275s. We're giving away 5,000 on top of a $500 buy-in. If anything change on the 28 275s, we just gonna make it happen for them. We're not arguing with nobody. We want to just see active racers racing. That's it. You know what I mean? Like I told Heavy, if we got 8 cars, and you correct me if I'm wrong, because you've been to a lot of shows. If we got 8 cars to 10 cars running in each class, from the 24-inch slick, new gens, and the 28 275s, is that a day full of action?
It's definitely a day full of action.
You know what I mean? Then, guess what else, though? We got some locked-in races, KP. We got Primo locked in with Dez the Purge after the shootout.
Oh my God, that's gonna be so good.
We got Dez the Purge also locked in with Grey Goose after the shootout. We got Bruce and ATL Bill Collector Dunks racing to the 8th mile at 7:30. They locked in already. It is going down, KP. It is going down. We almost had Fly and ATL Bill Collector locked in, but Bill Collector didn't want to change the steps because he wanted to run Fly last. But Fly wanted to run him first. You know what I mean? Because they've been on going back and forth anyway. But, you know, we're going to get the people enough action to see what they really want to see. You know?
Wow.
So, we up.
Man, this sounds like y'all probably need to try to make sure that y'all get there at 11 when the gates open.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And for the record, both entrances at the gate, going in the entrance of the gate, will be used for regular general admission. The back VIP gate will be VIP. You will see the signs up. You will see what the prices is. Police will be doing their job.
Hey, Miss KP, excuse me,
Yeah.
can we turn up the show a little bit, Miss KP?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, could you add Wayne, please?
No, definitely can't.
Miss KP, see that?
We gotta put this on.
He gonna behave. He's gonna behave. He's gonna behave.
We're gonna let y'all talk about this show. We're gonna let y'all talk about our show, and then after we get this wrap, we bring Wayne on.
Okay, all right. I agree. Okay, I'll go for that.
So the back gate is gonna be the VIP gate. You know what I mean? We already got everything established with that. The signs will be up for the prices for the general admission. You know, so people ain't got to be held up. No cash apps will be taken at this event. Everything is cash. You know what I mean? Be prepared to come to this gate. You know, we're not going to charge anybody no outrageous prices. Prices are starting off at $30. The most it'll go up to is $40. You know what I mean? Come on, Papa. You
So
know,
how much is VIP?
it's $100.
Okay.
And that's
And
all
what?
access.
That's all
$100.
access.
That's for you to get in, VIP parking and staging lane passes.
Yep.
Okay.
Bring me that.
So it sounds like y'all are gonna have a day full of racing. I cannot wait because
Get that.
yeah, I think this is long
Give here,
overdue. And
Mama.
can I say you guys have really been promoting this show for a really, really long time and doing a good job.
Thank you, Miss KP.
So I wasn't even gonna come, but I started seeing everything unfold, and I said I better go. I gotta go. And y'all right up the street, so I gotta go.
Yeah, for sure. You know what I mean? Might
Anything
might
else
might
y'all
have
want
to
to tell us
have
about the
might
show?
might have to have you stop over there at what's the name and bring me back one of them fried lobsters and waffles and some of them grits from over there and some potatoes.
Where? Oh, now
From Nana G's, from
I
Nana's.
got you. I got you. Let me know. It's like 15 minutes from my house. Just let
I
me know.
know. So you know, hey, you know what? Matter of fact, what time you gonna come Saturday?
We'll talk. Just call me.
All right, I'm gonna call you. Say no more.
All right. So somebody asked, what's the weather gonna be like Saturday?
Well, it's gonna be real good weather. We're gonna have Saturday's one of the hottest days that's on the forecast right now.
Yeah, we're looking at 74 degrees.
Right. The weather gonna drop a little bit throughout the night, but that's why we're starting so early, and we gonna keep the track hot with all of the cars and all of the shootouts. We're gonna have really good prep. We spoke with the track owners. They're gonna do a little extra for us on the prep than they normally do to make sure everything is tight and right. And you know, just like I say, we're gonna try to put out many races as we can. Keep the price at $40 all night, all day. $100 VIP all night, all day. You know, just try to get a fan something to, you know, talk about and enjoy. You know.
Yep.
Are you guys gonna have some hoodies for sale?
If my mans get back with me tomorrow, he's supposed to. Yes, I will. If not, they will be ready for the next event for sure. For sure. There's no food vendors, and the reason why there's no food vendors, I've been pushing for everybody that's been in my inbox for the last few months. They already have their concession stand with ribs, steak, turkey legs, lamb chops, chicken, things of that nature. So I told him, what about us doing the seafood situation? He said, man, he don't mind nobody, not selling food because he don't want that to step on what they have going on. If they want to cook food out there, all that is acceptable. You feel what I'm saying? So, hey, man, I tried for the vendors. He said the people that want to sell like the juices, the fruits, and the candies, all that they can do. You know what I mean? So, hey, everybody get their roll on.
Well, I'll definitely have some hoodies if y'all need one.
That part.
Ongo, I got
Hey,
y'all.
hey, if it was hot out there, you could sell them cold towels too. But you know, hey,
No, it's not
you
gonna be
know,
hot, so I ain't even.
right. So you might need to be selling some thermos out there, motherfucking KP.
some heat packs or something.
Some pads for the arms and stuff, man. Hot pads.
Anything else y'all want to let us know about the show?
Hey, man, it's already said. 10:22, we lit. We on
Hey,
go.
I got a question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Off topic of the show, right?
Huh?
Heavyweight and I were talking. I think it might have been right before you came in, but I was asking him what he thinks is the issue with people being able to understand that we do better together in our car culture. What do you think the issue is with that?
Mind the business to pay you. Too many people being concerned about what's going on with the next counts. Too many people being worried about pocket watching, things of that nature. And, keeping up commotions. You know what I'm saying? We understand that drama sells, but at the end of the day, like, let the women be a part of the drama. You know? No, I'm just being honest with you. The women, We doing more drama than the women doing. I'm just being honest.
You're
You know
right.
what I mean?
I'm with you when you're right.
And like my dog say, it's too many egos in this game. You know? And if we considering ourselves as a whole, I don't like to use the word culture either. You know what I mean? If we considering ourselves to be as a whole, we have to be accountable for what we stand for.
So I watched the episode of the 85 South show earlier today, right? And Carlos was saying that drama sells. Drama, the same thing you just said, drama sells. If you're on the internet or wherever you are, you're being positive, it's always going to be less people that tune in than somebody that's always with the negativity. But
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, and Wade and I talked about this as well, I just feel like as men, and I'll never understand male pride and ego because I'm not a man, but I just feel like as men, it, it's nothing wrong with pulling somebody coattail saying, hey brother, you crashing out, like, you, what are you doing? Y'all know that I will do it. You know what I'm saying? I will call y'all and be like, hey, you crashing out, what's up?
It happens to me all the time, KP, where I get people like you, I get people like Heavy, you know what I mean, that have the best interest for me. You feel me? And that's a major key too. People that have the same desire that you have and, you know, look at things the way that you look at it, they can correct you because that's something that you live for through them and they live for it through you. Like me and Heavy ain't been knowing each other long, but shit, my dog called me. I was just telling my lady just a minute ago. When my dog was telling me, man, you know, about how his mother spoke highly of me, like, you know, that's bro right there. He got good interest in you. Y'all think alike, et cetera, you know. And we do have that little hot temper side of us as well. But at the end of the day, I can relate from certain things that he do to where I can make corrections with him and he can make corrections with me. But see, a lot of people won't be willing to do that because they feeling like somebody belittling them. You know what I mean? As he say, the egos and the pride.
And
You know?
like I'm gonna tell you too, Miss KP, like I ain't perfect. I got flaws. You know what I'm saying? You might see me on that one day tripping. You know what I'm saying? But like I got like just like when I was tripping one day, you call or whatever. I got no respect to sit down and take a inventory. Like, man, yeah, she right. You know what I mean? So I ain't like when I make a mistake, I'm a man. I'm able to say, yeah, I was wrong. You know what I mean? But like that's just how it is. Like one day I might be all right, and the next day I might be on that tripping. You know, so. I ain't perfect neither. You know what I mean? We all in the same boat. I can't point the finger at them, and I'm just like them too. You know what I mean? So it's just sometimes it gets stirred up like that. You know what I mean? And that's the best thing I really can say about it without trying to make myself look like I'm the good one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think, well, first of all, none of us is perfect, but what I think it is people sometimes confuse constructive criticism for hate. You know, when I don't even know you personally like how I know Detroit. But you knew that when we talked, I wasn't coming from a place of trying to belittle you or a place of trying to little boy you. I was coming from a place of not wanting to see you crash out and wanting to see you do well.
Correct.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the difference. Like anything I ever say to anybody, I'm not coming from I just want to see us all do well. Now the reality is we're not going to all do well. For some of us, just effed up individuals. But I would like to see us all do well. When I tell a person one time and they don't receive what I'm trying to tell them, they'll never have to worry about me telling them again.
Right. And I can agree with you. Know what I'm saying? I definitely agree.
Right.
Now, I want you to do something for me, KP.
Oh, Lord. Oh, go ahead.
No, this is something good.
Go
I
ahead.
want you to give away 2 general admission tickets right now.
Okay.
And
Okay.
you
Okay.
set the
All
bar
right.
or the answers in your question box to how you want to give away the tickets. And you're gonna take their name and you're gonna pass it along to me and Heavy, and their name will be on the gate for general admission for them to get in free. So you
Okay.
give away 2 tickets right now.
Okay. 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 Mm. What's a good question?
And they got to answer the question in your box.
Okay. So a good question is, let me ask you guys, do you guys know what month you started promoting the 1022 show?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So somebody in my questions box for one of the general admission, wait, you want to give them together, or
No,
you want to give them separately?
separately.
Okay. So one person answer, or whoever can answer the question, what month did they start promoting the 1022 show? I'll put the answers. I'll put the answers up on the
Screen in the
screen,
question box.
and when it comes, they ain't answered in the
Stop.
question box. They
Stop.
answered in the comment.
He got it right there. Medicine Man. He got it right.
Okay, Medicine Man, send me a DM with your information, and
Yeah.
I will send it along. Matter of fact, let me screenshot this.
Screenshot that. And tell him to send his information to you in your inbox, and his name will be at the front gate for him to get in for free.
Okay. All right. So that question has already been answered. The second question is, if you have been tuning in the whole time, Heavyweight Boss said that before he started promoting big rim shows, this is what he was promoting. So somebody answer that question. Answer it in the question box, and I will put it up on if somebody said they didn't see the question box, if you don't see the question box, just put it in the comments and I'll screenshot it and make sure you guys have a general admission ticket. It should be probably, if you follow him, you probably should be, what do you think? Is that going to be the answer, Heavyweight? Because I had another answer in mind. Can you see the answer? I had another answer in mind.
Heavy, where you at, man?
Hold on, Ongo. I had a beep on the other line. Hold on, what happened?
Go
So
ahead.
I asked, what were you famous for promoting, or what did you say earlier in the interview that you promoted before you started doing big rim shows? Someone said car shows. Someone said concerts. Someone said club.
Concerts is the right answer. My first show was NBA YoungBoy, so concerts is the right answer.
So
Okay,
Jarrell got the answer.
Jarrell got that answer right.
Yes,
So,
Jarrell.
so we know
Jarrell,
Jarrell.
you get in free. Even though you in
So
the car
free
with me,
general
you get in
admission
free.
ticket. We all know Jarrell. So I
All right.
screenshotted the first person's answer. That was pretty dope. I
Yeah.
think we've never done that. Give them away live on the show. So I appreciate you guys.
Yeah. So tomorrow, Coco is doing her show, so she's going to give away a general admission ticket tomorrow and a VIP ticket.
Oh, that's dope.
The VIP ticket is sponsored by Goose, and the general admission ticket, he's giving away 2 general admission tickets. Carolina Buff, he's giving away 2 general admission tickets. And I have several more guys that's going to be giving away those tickets. The 2 tickets that was just given away from us was on the behalf of me and Heavyweight the Boss.
Oh, I'm definitely going to get on there and try to win me a VIP ticket.
That's right. That's right. You know what I mean? So we're going to keep pushing. And we appreciate you letting us come on, your platform and represent 1022 and keep on pushing, striving for greatness.
I appreciate it, guys. Anything else that we need to know before I let you guys get out of here?
Yeah, the show gonna be real lit. I mean, I think it's gonna be a good experience for the coach. And again, my main thing I'm telling, we're gonna put out 25 to 30 races, try to get the most races Big Rim had this year, period. New gens, 275, whatever it may be,
Boy, listen. Ongo said this is probably gonna be one for the record books. Y'all better get there at 11. The track goes hot at 2. It don't sound like y'all want to miss one minute of this show.
No, ma'am.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So thank y'all so much for stopping by and talking about the show, answering some real questions. I really appreciate you guys stopping by to just talk to us about what we have, what you guys have coming. Also, a couple of things that I'm happy we were able to talk about or address with our car culture. So I appreciate you guys.
Okay, we
appreciate it too.
Hey, Ray,
the guy that won that ticket, you screenshot his name, right?
Hey, Raz
Yeah,
Richards. Hey, Raz Richards, bring one of them puppies to the show, man. Let's bet it so we can flip you.
I know that's right.
But yeah,
Anyway,
KP,
guys,
get that guy.
thank y'all so much. I appreciate it. So, guys, that was Heavyweight Boss and Ongo talking about the show that they have coming up Saturday, 10/22. Again, they said the gates open at 11 and the track goes hot at 2 p.m. So if you guys, not if you're in the area, fly down, drive down, come to the show. And those guys said it's gonna be racing all day. So that's pretty much today's episode. Couple of housekeeping things. If you guys have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you click the link in the bio and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you missed any of today's episode, it is going to be uploaded to my YouTube. For those of you that purchase badges, thank you so much. I appreciate it. If you guys are looking for any Rise of Vibes merch, make sure you check out my website. That link is also in my bio. Lastly, thank you to the sponsor of tonight's show, which is Impact Interior Material. And also make sure you guys go purchase your ticket for the Black Tie Culture Gala. That gala is February 4th, 2023. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, make sure you go follow the Black Tie Culture Gala page. Also, you can check out the link in my bio or Chevy B's bio to purchase tickets, become a sponsor, anything Black Tie Culture Gala related. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Rising Vibes. I will see you guys next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For those of y'all that'll be at the show Saturday, 10/22, I will see you